This chap here is beautiful Icon. He came to us in April with his mum Ice as a foal at foot. She wasn't in the best of health when she arrived with us. She was quite an old mare as well. She was probably too old to be having a foal. She had liver issues, and more importantly she had some lameness on her back leg, and we realised quite early on that there wasn't much we could do for her except for keeping her as comfortable and pain-free as possible. But we realised also that he hadn't been weaned at that point, so we really planned his weaning process. We kept Ice as comfortable as we could for many weeks. They got to spend a lovely summer together, which was great. He got to grow up a bit with his mum. And then we took the decision on a day when we realised that the pain was becoming unmanageable for her, that it was time to put her to sleep.
This is a very difficult decision, and it's difficult on the staff who look after the horses. They become very bonded with them. But I think the important thing is that when we are taking horses in, we're providing them with sanctuary. It means bringing them in and doing our absolute best for them. And there are circumstances such as Ice's where there is no healthy future for her. And it's actually a better decision to put the mare to sleep rather than keep her going in a period of discomfort, or to a point where she crashes and then we're dealing with an emergency situation of a horse in actual liver failure. Once she's gone, we obviously then need to allow a little bit of time for Icon to process that mum is no longer allowed. Just have a sniff, have an investigation of mum, and just give some time for some degree of acceptance to occur. He has everything to look forward to in the future. He has the potential for now a long and happy, healthy life, knowing that he's got the security of the mare and foal sanctuary, which means that it's very unlikely that this pony is ever going to want for anything.
Luckily, because it was such a gradual thing for him, we'd separated them by day in the stable, so he'd learned to have time away from his mum anyway. He hasn't suffered from any sort of separation anxiety and is the most chilled horse ever.
And then we made sure that in the neighbouring field there were some young colts. So as soon as he was happy and we thought that he'd said goodbye, we put him next door, and you know, he was great after that. He got to know them really well, and he was seen playing around with them for a while. And then we've made sure since then that he's having a great time, and so far so good. He's a wonderful chap. He's got loads of great little friends, all about the same age as him. He's got his own little herd, and he's turned into a very chilled and very happy young chap.
In his training, he's been perfect with everything. Anything he's faced, he's been very relaxed about it. With his friends, he's just perfect. He looks after them very well. And yeah, he's just a very good boy.
This will be Icon's first Christmas with us here as an orphan foal, and he's going to have an absolutely great time. I can't tell you how many carrots they get on Christmas Day. So he's going to be with his friends, he's going to be surrounded by the grooms who love him, and he's going to have a great time.
Christmas is very good for these guys. We come in extra early, so they don't really expect us, and they're very happy to see us. They have lots of haylage out in their field. They just get to chill out for the day with their friends, and yeah, just get lots of treats and love for that day.
And I just want to say, of course, none of this would be possible without the kind donations of all our supporters who help us to look after youngsters here like Icon, who probably, who knows what would have happened to him if he hadn't come to us. So his future is looking really bright.